everyone, this is the breakdown of the weekly elemental zodiac readings. And in my last post, the post for the weekly forecast energetically, I mentioned something about shifts in relationships, specifically dynamics between the masculine and feminine collective, and how that is going to affect everyone. And it feels like specifically there's going to be some shifts in relationship dynamics, but this could also mean all sorts of things for you. It doesn't have to be romantic relationships or partnerships, so take that as that resonates. But the 7th house did come out, so again, partnerships, relationships, marriages are typically what that denotes. Now, I'm going to break down the 4 elementals in just a moment, but I want to say before I even get started, the solar plexus continues to feel deeply gripped on the masculine side, on the right side, by some kind of control mechanism. The throat feels a bit blocked, and the root feels a bit ungrounded, or as if it's trying to break something out that isn't true for it. No, I say it because this could be someone else's root, someone else's blockages, someone that you're deeply tied to in the sacral emotionally. You could have cords with this person. You could have cords, and again, that's why I say this is probably someone that's in your direct vicinity in your life in some way, actively. But again, depending on where you are in your journey, this could be something more in the spirit realm, soul contract wise, spiritually as well. So take what resonates. However, it does feel like there is some things that seem a bit fishy, a bit off. Some kind of deceit that you might start to become privy to and start to question if something is aligned right now. And again, I discussed the dynamics of the masculine and feminine collectives and their perspective awakenings in my energetic blog and the weekly forecast on my app. However, I want to go further in what this means for each of the elementals and their perspective signs and see what you guys are guided to do when it comes to this. It does feel like it's kind of hard to filter out, like the bladder meridian feels a bit flared up, so that's where we like filter out energies and release things that aren't needed any longer. And it just feels like it's a bit flared up. There's pressure to hold on to something that isn't resonating for you or doesn't really serve you any longer. There's a lot of noise in the crown. There's a lot of noise in the ear chakras. There's a lot of noise clairaudiently in the channel and even telepathically for some of you guys. And just this pressure of it's funny, I'm getting a psychosomatic cue right now that represents wanting to be a different person. So again, some of you guys, this is coming from other people that you're emotionally tied to, and it is affecting your forward movement, basically making you second guess, because again, the current events are chaotic. You could easily, take on someone else's depression, through an emotional cord in the sacral and think, I am depressed. Feel that energy for them without realizing it. So again, take time this week to really process your emotions and ask yourself if it's not only just yours, but if it's not yours, what is the best way to move forward and to realign your life, your daily life? What are the next steps you need to take? What are some things you need to come to acceptance with? And how can you let go of the things you can't change? We start the week off in Leo, so I want to start with the fire signs. Clearing that energy, thank you. Okay, whoa. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, we have the Ace of Wands and the 8 of Wands here, which, combined makes 9 of Wands, which represents feeling wounded, feeling like you're exhausted by a journey. You're on your last leg. But this also means there's a lot of energy coming through that you could be creating with. In my weekly, forecast for, my last post on YouTube was literally about Venus energy and Taurus energy and making your house a home again. So again, whatever energy is coming through or happening around you, create with it. Make something with it and use it to your benefit. There is this energy of masquerading about, is what I'm hearing as well for the Leos, specifically Leos, but Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius here. So some of you guys could be on one. I'm on one, yeah. But this could also be something that you're sensing as well. I think the challenge here is yo-yoing in your perspective or in your opinions or your choices and which way to go and how to stand in your power. It does feel like there is something else, like this maybe isn't your usual ego. Like it feels like part of this ego you're sensing is external to you. But there could be this second guessing and like thinking it's partially yours and maybe even baiting to act on it. Be mindful of that. Yeah. In the background, we have the moon, the Two of Swords here. In the past. There's something that I'm getting, like, you didn't have a choice on something, or you chose to do something your way, and it's coming across as revolting. It's coming across as so rebellious. Like, it's almost like there's being disdain thrown at you for your choices here. What you don't see in this, like, you're sensing something. You're sensing something. Something is going on in the background, and I feel like you're kind of picking up on it. The Nine of Wands is face down here. This is someone else that is wounded, okay? This also could have been, something that you did in the past when you literally had no choice. You were blindfolded, you were going through something challenging, and someone is seeing it or painting the portrait onto you as if you did it because you were wounded, and it's making you second guess yourself. It's making you go back and forth in your choices here. Okay, now we have some kind of like deeper intuition when it comes to an Emperor energy here. I feel like part of this is saying the challenge here is moving forward based on your intuition. Moving forward without confirmation, and maybe you're used to getting some kind of confirmation. Maybe you're used to getting some kind of validation, and this time you got to do it without. You got to do it by trusting your gut and just taking charge no matter what. Really, honing in on the Aries energy right now to create more balance and structure and discipline rather than forceful moves or control. Because I feel like that's the biggest challenge here, is not being able to control some kind of outside perspective, outside perception, what someone else has to say, or just the energy outside of you, right? How things are moving. They're a bit wobbly, or they're rebalancing in some way. But use this to create, use this to make art, use this to take your next actions. And again, I feel like there's something in trusting in yourself and just being firm in your movements forward. That's where I feel the crown opening up, but there's almost, again, there's a bit of this like wobbly energy to the crown of like, I'm not used to doing this without being able to control the outside, or without being able to control the external in some way. There's something here about, like, again, I'm not used to doing it this way, or not used to, because I always get some kind of validation. I always seem to get like, some form of reception that I enjoy or that works for me. And here it gives a sense that there's something external that's rebalancing, that you're either getting the opposite of what you're used to, or you're just kind of getting lack of that here. And the energy coming at you is wounded, chaotic, stress-inducing. That's what I'm hearing. So again, don't overthink this. This is about going deeper into self-trust. With that, what else do the fire signs need to know? Keep your heart open and go deeper. Okay, there is someone here that is wounded that almost wants you to be codependent is what I'm hearing. I'm getting this energy that wants to sway your opinion. I'm hearing, is there someone in your reality? This is a voice that is not a higher self. This is not your higher self. This is an external voice that's putting pressure on you. This is where this Eight of Wands is coming from. And I'm hearing, is there someone in your reality that needs you more than you think? Keep your heart open and go deeper. And then right after I heard the person say, okay. So again, there's someone here that is putting pressure on you to basically hold them when they could be holding themselves. And I think this would help you move forward more. We also have your dreams need a practical plan with think it through, which gives me this sense that while you might need to make some adjustments here, someone's quite literally projecting the perspective onto you that something that you're doing isn't good enough. You are more capable than you think. You are more capable than it seems right now. Trust the timing. Right underneath the think it through card, and these are your challenge cards, was honor your feelings and nothing will come of this situation. So it feels like if you do decide to listen to someone or be swayed by someone, it could be a waste of your time. Like nothing is really going to come of the situation, or something you're perceiving could happen or might happen has you hung up or going back and forth. Nothing's going to come of the situation. It's just going to, again, be a waste of your time. So your gut trust is key this week. Fire signs. Choosing based on your intuition, not the intuition of what is going on outside of you, but the intuition of your higher self, your higher self's guidance. To be stern, to take action, to choose for you, to create structure, standards for yourself that are aligned with the future you want, not your past. I hope this helps, fire signs, but definitely take this week to go deeper into your subconscious and ask yourself why something is, if it is unaligned and you know it's unaligned, why does it bother you so much? How can you let go? And how can you trust yourself more? Take care. Water signs are next, okay? And I feel like interesting, water signs, there's almost kind of like the water signs and the fire signs going hand in hand. Take what resonates with this. Yes, water can help temper fire, but it can also put it out. So take that into account as we step into the water signs. Now remember, everyone has all 4 elements in their chart. Your sun sign is not the only thing that these readings will resonate for. Check in your birth chart for more. So let's get into the water signs and see what they have to say. All right, I'm letting the energy cool off for a second. We have the 4 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords as we open the deck. It almost feels like you guys are blank in terms of, like you're drawing a blank, is what I'm getting. It's almost like we're floating down a river and we're just drawing a blank in a situation. It feels burdened. It feels like, we're reaching a stalemate when it comes to forward movement or getting out of our comfort zones. We're reaching a stalemate here. Water signs, you could be especially challenged mentally right now with the energy that you're experiencing, or there could be just something on an emotional level. Again, here comes that Empress card underneath. Here comes that King of Swords card underneath, referring to the feminine collective, where either your challenge is you're not giving yourself the benefit of the doubt to step into this energy, and to see your worthiness to own this energy of, head over heart, but also Empress ruling your throne from feminine essence. and from creativity, from sensuality. There's something here, water signs, where we're feeling like we're not good enough, or we're getting trapped in our mind when it comes to our emotions and the energies here. So be mindful of how that is affecting your choices and your ability to feel confident in yourself, comfortable with who you are. Again, it feels like there's either this it could be a bit of manipulative energy coming through, or just kind of letting go. So again, there could be some codependency coming up for the water signs right now, but there also could be some addictions or some escapism as well. And this is kind of what this is giving, but it does also say like, hey, you have what you need to make this happen. Can you see it for yourself? Something is completely created within the mind alone. So what else is going on with the water signs? So some relationships we are refusing to let go is what I'm getting from this. The Page of Swords, Page of Swords, the Devil, the Nine of Cups, and the Seven of Cups here. Our challenge being the Five of Swords and the, some kind of projection and or self-sabotaging behavior. And it's something that's been working either a number on us or we be working a number on ourselves for quite some time. This has served you in the past, water signs. It feels like this relationship or the situation, it could be a relationship with a thing, not a person. But again, the Empress coming out here, there is some kind of Empress energy that feels she has some kind of control over you. Be mindful of this because I just feel like this could be a mother wound. If you are in a relationship with a woman, this could be, or a man who is more feminine. This could be someone who has a mothering effect over you. Take it as it resonates. It just feels like there's an opportunity here to move forward, but we're almost satisfied with an illusion. Like quite literally. Page of Swords, the Devil, Nine of Cups, and Seven of Cups. We're almost satisfied with some kind of illusion, and or someone else is satisfied with an illusion they've created around us. For confirmation. Some kind of picture that they've painted for us. Either of us and who we are to ourselves or to other people that keeps you trapped. So maybe this isn't even a relationship you're in, but maybe it's just the way that you think of yourself when you every time you try to move forward and get out of your comfort zone, you get kind of trapped in this control mechanism around you. When it comes to your well-being, when it comes to your care, it just feels like something is resurfacing right now around self-care and self-love that is creating self-sabotage or trapping you in some way. Be careful getting stuck in that. This might be a moment of ripping that band-aid off in such a way that you do sound a bit messy. You are a bit rebellious. Maybe you just need to step into that fire sign energy and trust your gut and let the magic unfold. But this also could be a call to go deeper into your self-care practices. How much time are you giving to yourself emotionally? How much time are you allowing yourself alone with you to come back to yourself and to come back to a place of peace? Regardless, it just feels like there's something here that is going to be revealing itself to you this week. And maybe some kind of, it already did, it's a delayed message that you're stomaching as we speak from this previous week that you've been kind of fumbling with or kind of straddling a line is what I'm hearing. Challenged with how to move past this. So this could be showing up in a couple of different ways for you, water signs. But again, it's funny that the fire signs came out with this because, if this has you wanting to put out someone else's fire, or if it has you feeling inadequate, jealous in any way, again, no shame whatsoever, ask yourself if that's just you really wanting to go after something that you're not letting yourself go after. On the other hand, is this a voice in your head that's been there for a very long time saying that you need to be careful, you need to do it the safe way, you need to, I'm just hearing there's a lot of touch and go right here with this energy. And again, go back to my last post about the weekly forecast just overall, because the emotional energy present is so chaotic that some of you guys could really be getting knocked down by everything you're taking on, and it's just overwhelming. But again, the more you add a little fire, the more you dry out some of that excess emotional energy, some of that excess water energy that's coming into your field from other people. Is this really you? That's been the biggest question for everybody right now, to keep asking yourself, is this emotion really yours? Is what you're feeling and taking on really yours? And if it's not, how can you move forward? And I'm specifically talking about the feminine collective, because I feel like there is a masculine collective going through facing their emotions for the first time or on a new level. So again, there are some people who do need to be facing their emotions, but it does feel like there's a feminine collective who's like, I've been holding these emotions for way too long for you, and you. And it's time for you to step back from all of their emotions, stop worrying or caring about their emotions, and focusing on your own. What do you need? Give yourself that. All right, what does the Moonology deck have for you guys? Your commitment is being tested in a situation. Yeah, I'm hearing time's up. Okay, so for water signs, there's something here where something has been pulling on you, and I'm hearing time's up. Your commitment to yourself, your commitment to a project, your commitment to your future or a vision here is being tested by whatever is happening for you right now. Face down, we have believe in the impossible. Now, again, this being someone else's energy, probably infiltrating your energy field, wanting the impossible from you. Again, be careful what you're feeling. Go deeper is what you're being called to do right now, because it feels like something is very fear-driven or control-based that is coming into your energy field that is opposite of what you want or you're trying to do. And that could easily stop you. So focus on what you're committed to when it comes to your future, to yourself. The challenge being, again, the answers you need are coming. So either some delayed message that is yet to come in or just came in that you're still processing. Take care of yourself. Keep your heart open to you. And do whatever you need to do to reignite that fire. Fire signs. Also, I was going to say this earlier, but I feel like it's perfect time to say it. Grab yourself some dragon's blood incense. Start burning that incense. Start working on reigniting that fire elementally. Exercise, move, dance, right? Put some music on, and then go from there. Take care, water signs. Air signs are up next. They're showing me the Mickey Mouse, which always symbolizes some kind of magic. Mickey Mouse represents something, to do with Fantasia. You're learning something when it comes to power, control, or you're learning something when it comes to the metaphysical or magic, which is actually something that I talked about last week. Air signs, what are you guys up to? What are you up to? A little bit of mischief is what I'm getting. Learning something new. Developing some kind of practice. Okay, some of you guys need to take some time off is what I'm hearing. I'm also getting code green. The heart chakra, but also this represents, the ganja. So anytime that comes into play and you're going through an awakening or something is chaotic, collectively is what we're experiencing right now. Just be mindful of, how much you're able to ground. That's going to be key to any kind of practice. I know some people can operate on it just fine, but just heads up, it feels like there's some, if you're overthinking something right now, that might actually be hurting you more than it's helping you, or this could be something that you're taking on from other people. In times of crisis, a lot of people are going to fall back into behaviors that help release stress, release overwhelm, right? And so it just feels like that has something very key, excuse me, to your throat, to your alignment, and to your energy right now. All right, so air signs. They're wanting me to speak on, I feel like, telepathy right now when it comes to the air signs. Okay, I'm feeling the throat feels really blocked. There's some telepathy coming in. You could be overthinking, just lots of things running through your mind right now. Things that want to block your throat, want to block your truth. Queen of Cups here with the Death card. And as I pick these cards up, I'm hearing, spice up your life. Like the Spice Girls coming through. Which could be something that helps you right now. But also, you know, to kind of throw your fire energy, your spice into the mix. But also could be some kind of energy that's coming into your channel as well and complicating some things. We have the Knight of Wands here as the challenge card with the 8 of Cups. Something you're picking up on is sinister. Why? We have a King of Wands and reverse face down in the outside influence. Something you're picking up on is sinister. Why? Go deeper into your perspective on something and allow your emotions to kind of come through here as well. I'm getting a huge confirmation when it comes to that, because maybe you're wanting to act on your voice. Maybe you're wanting to kind of speak out, speak up. Maybe you're wanting to bring some kind of balance to what is happening in a situation, or maybe you're just overthinking something that you're channeling right now, telepathically tapping into. Again, relating this back to relationships and situations, there could be something that you're sensing right now in a relationship that has you thinking you're in a past relationship, some kind of trauma resurfacing in some way with the King of Wands. This is normally some kind of abuser. I'm trying consistently to overcome this. Is this not the right move? Okay, so we have the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles, and I'm hearing, no, it is the right move. The challenge is to find new perspective, bring new angles to the situation, and also not overthink, again, what is coming through your channel. Again, more and more and more alignment for you guys. Definitely more in the throat for this collective than any of the others that we've tapped in so far. More than the water, more than the fire. The air signs, it feels like your throat is being obstructed or challenged more than others. So again, that's why it's interesting that they said code green when we first tapped in, because there might be something here that is making you overthink or flooding your channel, or you could be hurting your own throat in some way. So just be mindful of that. Lots of, judgment. Okay, so I think it's the former. I think it has a lot more to do with what you're taking on from people, okay? I will say the astral plane's been mad sticky recently. So again, if you are developing telepathic gifts, if you are, highly clairaudient, you're probably feeling a lot of effects from the astral plane in terms of your thinking, more so than your emotions, air signs. It feels like the fire signs and the water signs are taking this on emotionally, through the solar plexus or through their, emotional body, their heart. And you guys, I feel like, are taking this astral plunges on more so in the mind, in your consciousness, in your thinking, in the voices, right? In the ether. There's just like too much opinion, too much. And this actually also takes me back to the weekly forecast on my blog for this week, which mentioned a moving target. It feels like there is something consistently target that you're trying to meet, that you've been consistently working on, standing on some kind of belief, standing on your boundaries, standing on, something that you're working on. You're doing this very consistently and you're very dedicated to this. And that seems to keep moving. It's just like constantly moving. Why? I think because, Aquarius being the forefront of things right now with Pluto, lots of karma, lots of rebalancing, Libra, and Gemini's Sagittarius, Jupiter is in Gemini right now, bringing this fiery curiosity to the table, bringing this expansive curiosity to the table. All three air signs are challenged when it comes to perceptions and thinking and how we voice things. Seems like there's not a whole lot, it's like sinking in anywhere. There's just a lot of bickering and everybody kind of on their own, awakening journey or, journey of acceptance when it comes to the current events or how things are changing. So you guys are almost kind of like the truth bringer in some aspect, or you have some kind of, just edge to that, or just natural, air to that. And it's being obstructed because either no one's listening, everyone's all over the place, right? Or what you do have to say is being challenged because of a lot of death and transformation right now. So just remember that. I think this is more about, going deeper into what either makes you overthink, not trust yourself. Ace of Swords. Bringing the truth is not the easiest challenge. Do you accept? Nine of Wands, right? And underneath that, the King of Cups. Can you just accept why people are in the energy they're in? Can you continue to temper your reaction, especially to the death energy, to the shifting and the changing, and people going through ego deaths and dark nights of the soul and spiritual awakenings or even psychosis, right? Can you temper your, expression of that into that? What can pacify you without being pacified to your own truth, right? How can you pacify yourself without somebody else trying to pacify you? I feel like somebody wants to pacify you, right? Or maybe you're pacifying yourself in some way. And be careful with that. That's where the code green comes in. Try not to stop yourself, but try not to force anything right now. And again, just understand the shift that is at play. What is the best advice for them moving forward? Slow down and trust the timing here. There's a lack of surrender for sure. But I think that the key here is, again, self-trust, having your own back, and continuing to trust that the universe has your back as well. The universe is co-creating in whatever situations. And also, if this is about a relationship or a situation in a relationship, be mindful that it feels like there's something in the past, King of Wands in reverse, that was a bit abusive, that is playing a part on this in whatever way. Sit with it though, because there is some kind of death that you are sensing, that you are feeling, and you could be catering to emotionally. Be cautious of this. The truth could bring some wounding, but regardless, mind over matter is key, and it feels like that is the most challenging aspect of this, air signs. Anything else, keep your heart open. Libra energy, assess the situation in reverse, clarify that. Someone wants to take something to the next level and you don't. It feels like you need some space, air signs, more than anything. Someone else is this external energy, assess the situation in reverse. Someone is refusing to assess a situation here. Someone is refusing to see your side of the story or your perspective. Your challenge here, again, to kind of go with the flow, to hold patience. Take a breather here is your advice coming out with the Cancer energy here. But go deeper is where your challenge lies. Because I think there's something here that you are going to have to allow it to crumble in its own time, is what I'm hearing. Maybe you see something before it's time. Maybe you see something unfolding before it has fully unfolded, right? Some kind of premonitions. I think, you could be also getting some kind of reality check from the universe when it comes to timing here. Be real. This card is an Aquarius card about like, why are you doing what you're doing? This is going to come in, especially at the beginning of the week while the moon is in Leo, testing the air signs here. When it comes to your self-expression and your speech, why are you saying what you're saying? Why are you expressing what you're expressing? Why are you aligned with what you're aligned or not aligned? Not in alignment because of some kind of choice or thinking. And the matter is to go deeper, not only in what you're experiencing, what someone else is experiencing as well. And this could be about allowing them to be who they are without getting pulled into their situation or letting their defiance bother you anymore than it already has. Coming to acceptance that they are simply not going to change in some situation or in some aspects. But still keeping your heart open for the things that are aligned. I'm not going to say this is going to be easy by any means, but I think the romanticism of the situation lies in your creativity when it comes to your truth and when it comes to your self-expression. So practice that. Practice that. And again, it feels like no matter if it's messy or not, keep taking action forward regardless. Don't give up on yourselves, but also know when your fight is not getting you anywhere, right? Know when the fight is, it's time to take a rest and it's time to kind of like let something go and have its own death, and you move on to better prospects. That was stressful. Take care, air signs. Get grounded. Get grounded. Okay, use that Taurus energy. Get grounded. Take care of yourself, and let go of the things that you can't control. All right, finishing with the earth signs. Whew. Let me take a second to clear the channel. Lots of shame coming up in the root here, but it's leaving, as I felt it was leaving. It's earth signs, where have you taken blame where it's not your responsibility? Where have you taken on responsibility for other people's accountability in the past? I think a lot of the earth signs right now are struggling with the acceptance of not only maybe grievance of what you've taken on that wasn't yours throughout your life, but also the fact that this shame exists, coming to terms with it, releasing it, just the root, the ancestry, healing that, coming to peace with it. And also a little bit around control, what you can and can't change in another, what you can and can't force out of another, just because you have come to some kind of healing or acceptance around it. So again, releasing a bit of control and perfectionism here this week, especially again because Virgo is, where the full moon is going to be this week and the eclipse. So a lot around the emotions, a lot with the South Node being uprooted and released, and specifically around Virgo. The judgment, the prejudice, lots of sadness is what I'm feeling with that. But again, keep coming back to that Taurus energy and relying on that headstrong, self-worth, like not gonna give up, but also Venus and beauty and making things pretty, right? Feel into that. I think that's where the biggest judgment could come in for the earth signs right now, because you guys could feel like this is a waste of time. It's a waste of time for me to make things pretty. It's a waste of time for me to, really focus on pleasure and things feeling homey and good to me. And, no. I feel like the earth signs alone are doing a lot of work for the earth and Mother Gaia herself. Capricorns, I'm just getting a lot of like, please talk about us. Okay, so we're going to get into that. But I'm getting this sense that you guys are kind of heading off this entire week and maybe even this month with Venus being in retrograde, Taurus being ruled by Venus, and Taurus also being what came out in my astrology dice in the weekly energy report, my last post. Many of you, again, being so rooted to the earth and so much shame being uprooted right now, are going to be the most affected physically by the shame. Capricorns, you guys might be like, trying to push through that and trying to come up with some way to efficiently, retrieve and extract the shame, to heal it, to move on from it, right? Tauruses, you guys might be feeling it more than you would like, right? And Virgos, you might be overanalyzing it. But again, you guys being connected to the earth, you might be feeling more shame than just your own. Take some time to yourself, specifically Capricorns and Virgos. Take some time to yourself. Make sure you're giving back to yourself. Make sure all of you guys are taking care of your bodies right now, because again, I've been getting so much from the ancestors, the ancient ancestors, like, please take care of your bodies. You guys are so connected to the earth. Please take care of your body first. And that is going to help you take more care in whatever path in your purpose and in however you're gonna, whatever you're connected to in this earth. It's going to help that more by you being taken care of first. Whew. Now, we have some kind of opportunity here. I'm like out of breath. We have some kind of opportunity here. 4 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles. Maybe that's the point, because maybe you feel out of breath from just how much is happening or kind of going on. Maybe you're talking a lot. Maybe you're expressing a lot. Again, maybe you're trying to get through about something and it's not getting through, and it has you juggling, it has you rebalancing, it has you kind of like in a bit of a wobbly effect here. And there is a reason for this, because there is something here that the universe is offering you that you're not taking advantage of. And I think a lot of times when that thing that you're being offered doesn't seem like it's at the forefront of what everybody needs right now, you feel guilty for choosing that. Like, this could be art, right? This could be art. This could be taking better care of yourself. This could be doing, more meditation and getting more connected with the earth, or, basically detaching from social media more. And by doing that, you feel like you're not a part of the change. You feel like you're not there for people. You feel like you're not doing enough. But again, your shame is directly connected to the earth. And you guys are taking on, I feel it in the sacred, you guys are taking on so much shame right now from your emotional connections. So be aware of that as well. Again, the weekly energy report mentioning partnerships, the 7th house, and relationships here, specifically romantic, that are kind of coming up. So again, is there a situation in your life where you're taking on more than is yours to take on? And this doesn't help anyone. If you're taking someone else's awakening, ego death from them, holding it for them, holding their shame for them, it's not helping the change. It's not helping them grow. That's where maybe we need to be honest with ourselves about them facing that and not doing it for them. I think there's going to be some kind of pattern break this week when it comes to the earth signs that is going to help you guys choose what it is that you really want. It feels like you've even manifested a situation for yourself where you actually have the opportunity to get just that space. But in some way, we're not allowing ourselves to really use that space to its fullest potential. My eyes being directly drawn to the Leo in this world card, which gives me the sense that the beginning of the week could be the most challenging and the most unstable for you guys. Or maybe there's some kind of kaboom moment where we realize, oh, I should be doing something else. And the two cards that I just pulled out of the deck after shuffling, no, I kid you not. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. There's going to be some kind of creative opportunity or some kind of inspired action that comes to you that's like, this is what I want. This is my new beginning. This is where I want to go, and this is how I'm going to do things. And the fact that the hands are moving in two different directions, I think, is going to be the most challenging aspect of the whole thing itself. There's some juxtaposition in the situation. There's something challenging. There's something that pulls on both sides of something. There's something that is dualistic. But again, if you're expanding into some kind of new opportunity, Jupiter is in Gemini. There is going to be a two-faced or a dualistic or a black and white, a this and that perspective to something where you got to go, oh, okay. How do I work with this? Create. Go deeper into your feminine essence. Go deeper into the earth. Go deeper into Taurus. Go deeper into your, with your ancient ancestry, with your, your ancestral wisdom, with your magic. Go get in the earth. It's so funny. Go sit next to a tree until you see what this opportunity is that's being handed to you, and you take it and you work with it. Okay. It's here for you. And again, the Virgo is the healer of the zodiac, right? So again, that was one of the biggest messages coming through from the ancient ancestors this week was, it's funny, I'm talking very quickly as I'm going through you guys' message as well. Like, slow down. I keep having a temper. So maybe that's also something that's happening to your energy as well, earth signs. The earthquake again, the seismic shifts, they're going to affect you energetically. I feel like maybe even more than the others potentially because of that connection to the earth. Make sure you're grounding. Okay, make sure you're reconnecting to your root here. And again, maybe the reason you're not is because the amount of shame you're feeling in your body. Move it. Breathe. Go sit next to a tree. Give some of it back to Mother Gaia and thank her and ask her for how you can, reconnect with yourself on a new level, on a better level. Let your ancestors step in and bring wisdom. Okay. Let's see what else. Feels like there is something in the external that there is going to be some kind of judgment call on. So your job is to literally let go. Okay. There's something that has been, no lie, working against you. 3 of Cups in reverse, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse. It's like someone has been caught in their own game against you. So this could be something, a third party revealed, something going on behind your back, something that has been working against you in the workplace that is being revealed or has been revealed, or is just being called and stopped and being put to it, that is going to stop disrupting you this week. So again, birth confirmation, your key is to gain a new perspective on whatever it is that you're experiencing. And the cool thing about this, I'm being drawn specifically to the 12 and the Hangman card. The 12th house is what I'm thinking of. Gain a new perspective. The 12th house rules Pisces, right? The North Node is in Pisces. If you're meant to expand and move into a new direction that is more aligned for you and where you're meant to be headed in this life, right? Then you're going to have to gain a new perspective on something. And I think, there's also with the 12th house, hidden secrets. Things that will be uprooted, things that will be unveiled to you with Pisces energy, things that will be unveiled. And I specifically felt shame as I said that. in the root once again. So it feels like something is going to be revealed to you about some kind of shame that you've been holding for someone insidiously. Like you had no idea you were holding it for someone else. Something that has been being put on you in the background. Something energetically, emotionally, mentally, something that has worked against you that maybe you didn't see. Or maybe you didn't know the level that it was affecting you. I feel like something's going to be revealed to you when it comes to this. Something's going to be blocked. Something's going to be cleaned up. Something's going to be closed off. Something's going to shift. But there's judgment right now that is still being called on this thing. Okay, so this is still underway. Your best bet is to disconnect. Disconnect from it. Disconnect from anything that is not you. Again, feeling it in the sacral. Disconnect from anything that is not you. This could be a past relationship, right? This could just be stuff about past connections, past people, gossip, people you don't even talk to anymore. This could be stuff going on in the background that you like have no idea it was happening, right? Again, it feels like some of you guys, maybe you had an idea that it was happening. Others, you had no clue. So again, take it as it resonates, but that's going to be shut down and it's in the process. If you feel frustration coming up or woundedness coming up in and out, like it might actually be coming from this energy. So again, disconnect as much as you can because you guys have a massive new beginning here, an opportunity at hand you will be thrilled when you see this for what it really is. That's a breath of fresh air. So let's see what else is coming in. Honor your feelings. Nothing will come of this situation, okay? I feel like there's a lack of control around this. And again, something there's a reason that is something is happening. 12, 21 in the world card. 12 in the hangman, 21 on the world card. Mirroring numbers. There's a mirror here. There's something deeper to process and there's something deeper to let go of in order to accept your path and your truth. Know your worth. That is your key. Your challenge. Work through your emotions and your feelings about this thing. All right. Any negativity is no longer going to serve you, Earth signs. So Capricorns, again, that's your biggest thing here. Let go of the past, right? Virgos, let go of the control. Let go of the need to fix, right? Taurus, focus. Focus. Don't get lost in the sauce, in the chaos. All right. Take care, Earth signs. Take care, everyone. That was a long read, but I think very insightful given the current events. Take plenty of time this week to ground and to release with this full moon eclipse. And make sure you check out my blog. There's a special surprise in there. If you haven't joined and become a member, it is free. But there's a special surprise waiting for you in that blog post for this week. See you soon. Take care.